playing 2K?
Yeah.
And what? I'm 2K17. What?
When you first got, that's a new make a shot dance,
Oh yeah,
right?
make a shot. Dunk. Yeah, this hit them folks. You just dunk.
What's your favorite mode in 2K?
Favorite mode, blacktop. So 1-on-1, 2-on-2, anybody gonna get it.
对啊，你可以到其实是最好用的进攻战术。所以。那他的上篮，1、2，会挡在。 冲过去，看一下，往里面冲。欧洲步。超去，没超到也是自己。Battery。
Oh! He's open. I got him. That's you. I got him. Oh, man up. You got two. Come on, y'all, move around. Right there. Oh, that's all. Hey, I got your help. I'm open. Down low. Hey, help down low. Hey, you okay. Get him. Pick him up. Ah. Oh, look out. Hey, look at him. Help! Why'd you do that? Woo! Got your help. Stand up. Get cut. Move, come on.
诈骗集团。
Here to my left, and let's go.
Well, Cavs head coach Toronto.
Thanks, DA. Certainly a lot expected of everybody in Cleveland. This game pitting two conference rivals against one another. A little extra riding on this one. We'll see it, too.
Yeah, you'll see, because the game will get a little chippy, a little physical, and both of these teams understand they both can't get to the conference finals.
A lot of talking out there, too, huh?
Yeah,
were you a talker?
Big talker.
Were you?
Yes, I loved it.
Plus, you're in broadcasting. I see the connection. I've been waiting. I finally have figured it out. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Morris paired with Gortat down low. Beal and Porter are out on the wing. And it's Wall in at the one.
You know he's a perennial all-NBA first-teamer, but LeBron is also one of the league's top spokesmen. LeBron James, he's the elder statesman on this team right now. He's done a nice job of taking some of the younger guys and showing them the way.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Thompson comes with the double team. Wizards passing it around. Gortat. Good D by Thompson. And Steve, LeBron at times last season hinting that he may be missing some of his more experienced teammates, either in Miami or with the U.S. national team, guys who are more his peers.
I think for him is he sets high standards, and at the end of the day, he walks the walk on the court, one of the greatest players ever. If you're his teammate, you've got to fall in line.
There's the dish to Gortat. And Wall kicks to Morris. 5 to shoot, and that one drops for him.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Well, on defensive end as a team, you must be on the same page. On that possession, they were not.
LeBron against Wall, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
And a player of LeBron's caliber is expected to be a leader. It's a role he's never shied away from, Steve, and certainly he has filled the bill.
Not at all. Coming out of high school, he's always been a leader. LeBron is someone who loves his teammates and wants to stay close to them. But at the end of the day, he's all about winning. He's not shy about telling his teammates what they have to do to get the W.
Morris, no good. And so here's Cleveland. LeBron outside. This is to Jefferson. Beal against Corver. LeBron left side. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. LeBron's got 6.
Seizing every opportunity to score. LeBron outworking, out-hustling people inside.
Ball against LeBron. Beal, that's for 2. Here's Gortat. Makes it off the glass.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. What you like about Gortat is that...
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Now let's stay sharp and finish strong.
Play with his back to the basket, has the speed and strength to stay with all types of centers in the league.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Love comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Irving subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Jason Smith, he's checked in for the Wizards. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. They set the screen. Here's LeBron. Rebound by Smith. Washington trailing. Pass to Wall. Smith with a screen on LeBron. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read it.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows in the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
The momentum in this game is all theirs right now. The defense can't seem to stay in front of them, and they're going to continue to exploit that weakness.
Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. LeBron James is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Smith in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. To the inside, deflects the pass. Oubre with the steal. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jennings. Here's Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. And that's collected by Love. And you remember Kevin Love suffering the dislocated shoulder in the first round of the 2015 playoffs. Smitty, last season, really the first extended playoff run, aside from the concussion, of his career.
That had to feel good for Kevin Love, getting a chance to play in playoff basketball, and he made a difference. He was huge for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kyrie Irving is an elite offensive player at his position, but he's trying to improve his focus at the defensive end. He said, I was always that guy getting called out on film. You get tired of it after a while. It's all about effort. You want to be a guy that your teammates trust. Kevin, we know that point guard is one of the most stocked positions in the league. They need Irving to stay locked in.
Definitely a lot of responsibility at that point guard position. They don't get many nights off. Absolutely not. Thanks, D.A. It's a pick by Love. James dishes to Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Kevin Love.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Jennings kicks to Bogdanovich. Screen by Smith. It's back to Jennings. A 3 from Morris. That shot off, and Cleveland will come the other way. Now LeBron, 8 points for him. And they double up James. Oh, wide open look for Love. From outside, off the mark. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Wizards trail by 6.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Yep, they'll hold this one.
Shumpert against Jennings. The pass to Oubre. Feeds to Jennings. Kicks it to Gortat. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. And we finished 1.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the 3 of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
Glad to have you back with us in Cleveland as we take a look down at the outside portion of Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
Well, once you know that the only defense they can offer is fouling you, the game is yours.
So on the floor for Washington, the always dangerous Wall and Beal are the backcourt. Morris pairs with Gortat down low, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And the Cavs, obviously one of the most talented teams in the NBA. It's taken time for them to learn how to play together, though.
Yeah, you talk about having a big 3 and guys have never been around each other, and some young guys when you start talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Synergy, chemistry, that's all they needed. They have it now.
When you talk about ball movement and player movement offensively without moving the ball, one of those underrated qualities, Smitty, which players do you think are the best in the league at cutting off the ball and moving that way?
You know, Jimmy Butler's very good. Klay Thompson is a guy that can move well without the basketball. Gary Harris from Michigan State, guys that can score without having it in their hands, which is a treat. You have J.J. Redick, who moves well without the basketball. Doesn't cut as much, but move without the basketball is one of the best.
You know, I always think...
你看这个一传就进去了，卡住了，让他防守都出问题了。一传，有没有？人往里面冲了，一加速。
Jordan, and you played against Michael, of course. I always saw him as a guy that would pass when he did, but then he would cut him. He would immediately bang right off that player and set up someplace else. Some guys pass, they linger.
Yes.
And they're not, but Jordan, and he would explode after he would pass and try to take advantage of
You know,
movements.
guy comes to mind, Kevin, Manu Ginobili. He's like he's passing and running at the same motion.
And what a quality.
Yes.
Huh? So deceptive.
That pass was a work of art right there.
LeBron outside. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Offensive rebound. And the tough by LeBron.
You gotta love the tenacity of LeBron. He makes an impact on the glass as well.
Wizards trail by 10. And you look at John Wall, perhaps the only...
Bring it in. Take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Do not give them any life out there. Understood? We got this.
It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Corver in for Tristan Thompson. Cleveland on defense. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. In the corner, it's Morris. Irving with the steal. Open shot. Love. And that one comes up a bit short.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Here's LeBron. They get it back. Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Wow, you know he's got to be beside himself. Terrible unforced error.
Oubre is checked in.
Now that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. Hey, we're in great shape, fellas. Now, no matter how much we go up, we need to keep that same winning mentality. Don't quit until the final buzzer goes off. Let's finish this and go home.
The luxury as a coaching staff to push Kevin Love out to that three-point line, and the four-man has to stay at home with him.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Wall kicks to Oubre. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
LeBron with it. 12 points for him. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Love, no good.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Wizards have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The Cavaliers leading by 7.
Timeout.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Start it.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels. And now they're playing like they're desperate. Now let's stay sharp and finish strong.
Cavaliers making a switch here. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And so Jones nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Wall against Williams. Porter in the corner. 3-pointer. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. He can't get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers lead by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Cavaliers leading by 6. We've got James Jones, Channing Frye out there with Jefferson. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Williams at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. It's good. Washington shooting poorly, just 35% so far. All with it, Williams picks him up, and the call will be against Deron Williams. That is his first foul of the game, and it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Wall. Pass to Beal. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's Wall. He kicks it to Morris. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
LeBron against Wall. And the dunk by LeBron.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's Irving. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
From 12 feet out. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Gortat. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. Ball against James. Out to Smith for the three. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
And this is where JR can put it on you. Excellent in the catch and shoot.
Wall wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Thompson. Back to James. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the free throw, no good. Wizards trail by 10. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Wall with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Cavaliers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for James.
It was a phenomenal job he did of finding his ideal rhythm at the offensive end and never letting the defense take him out of it. Once he got into that flow, the points came in a steady stream.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over.
There's Porter with the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. And here is James. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Even
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. You know, tonight he put up his high for the season, found his rhythm, never let up, just a terrific scoring effort all the way around.
As usual, best leader in the NBA, LeBron James led by example tonight. He's as cool, calm, and collected as any player you will ever see. He was never out of control of this game. LeBron did it all tonight. What else is new? He's the king!
His points in the paint were a big factor for them tonight. He consistently took it to the rack. Relentless.
And folks, that is it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure. You have no idea.
Every day till we meet ends. I fit turn it up on the weekends. Most of those be a real friend. Tell me why you
Hey, keep running up all the money on you.
Good time, eh?
Good time, it's gonna be some good time. Man, we used to pull up and let them that hood time. Remember I used to grab on that when it was about that. It that little walk up tripping, she get that time. I don't waste time. I don't have patience, baby. She gon' get on top of it, and she gon' she speed racing. We go wild off to bedtime. She my boss like a grandson. Come here, baby. I let her write me my suggestions. Pop quiz, it's a pop quiz. All my money coming clean, you can't pop this. She got that locked up like lost meal. Watch out, come to my lights like a reindeer. Me and Poppy on the same. My diamonds could never stand still. Where you going, can't come here. I'll always take you back for your time.
Come over, good time, but somebody. Give me some long time. Me deal with it. Something like crime. I make you sing this line.
I'ma time me and shout it cutter. I swear to God, I got the struggle, baby. Not known like a usher. I told her mama I don't mind what my teeth do. I wanna control you like voodoo. I'm starting streaming freak on phone and doodloo. Every time I have a good time, do.
Good time, hey. Come on, but good time for somebody. Say you want give me something long time. Me deal with it. Something like crime. I make you sing this song. Good time, hey.
This gon' be fun, this gon' be fun. Keep running up all the money.
I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, no, I'm trying to catch
Good board, good board. Hey, set right here. Set up, set up.
Hey, right here, baby.
Screen coming.
Get through.
Ball up.
Shut up.
Put it down, back up, put it back up.
Get mine. Hey. I see him. Hey. Get through.
Ball up. Get in. Good board, baby, yeah. Hey, whose man is this? Roll it. Set up right here.
Hey.
Pick. Come to me. No.
I see him. Get him. Knock it down.
Shot.
Shoot. Hey.
Put it back! Put it back!
Give me that! Yeah!
Shut up! Shut up!
Pull it down!
No, no, no! Oh, get that! Watch the big! Oh, get that!
Oh, shoot that!
Shot! Get it, get it, get it! Shot! Nice! Shot!
You got him!
No, no, no! Hey, get ball, get ball!
Get there, get there! Box
Shut
up!
up, shut up!
Don't let him shoot that!
All right, come to the side! Get there! That's all you!
My board!
Oh, shoot that! Shoot that! Get mine, get mine! No,
Hey,
no,
whose man
no!
is this?
Get it!
Come to me, come to
Go
me!
over it!
Hey, give me that!
Stay on him! Keep doing what you're doing, man!
You know I'm still your little baby. All my life I was a. Now I pull the truck up, same stuck up. Now she wanna us. See me hanging out the window screaming, what? No more tough luck. A different cloth is what I'm cut from. Baby, oh my lord. The cops chasing Bronson in the all-white Ford. I'm on that all-night tour. I'm alright, but I'm off that raw. I'm in the road, dancing south on the top floor. You would swear I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm not, Lord. Hot, every city that we go singing. Heads high, what they know. is eat oysters and speak 6 languages and 3 voices. It's Adriatic summers on a sailboat. Don't even try to call, I'm not available for nothing. Unless it's stupid paper. How about the Studebaker with Anita Baker? Opportunity be knocking. You gotta let 'em in. I kiss my mother on the cheek, tell her that I love her. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, I got it covered. Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Ma, you know I'm still your little baby. I feel so alive, I think I myself. I should kiss myself. I'm staring at the man inside the mirror. The reflection shows a wolf though. I'm still cute. All my women play the serve me plates of melon and prosciutto. Left-handed make the fender cry. Count money with a reverent smile, a devil's eye. Half Cherokee and Gemini. Dump Pete from Jump Street and turn your chest plate to lunch meat. I'm in the looking like a young me. Now these don't wanna be chubby. I switched the season, now the hair's curl. Tan skin, I need a girl. Cause James Brown said it's a man's world. In a Trans Am twirl. And the handle made of pearl. That's just daddy's little girl. Opportunity be knocking. You gotta let 'em. Kiss my mother on the cheek, tell her that I love her. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, I got it covered. Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Ma, you know I'm still your little baby. Opportunity be knocking, knocking. Opportunity be knocking. Please. Sweet. Mr. Baklava. Ain't tryna be broke.
Crowd in a sold-out arena here in New York City. We've got Boston facing the New York Knicks. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And everyone knows that the Knicks have been committed to the triangle offense. Not the easiest offense to run or learn, Greg Anthony, but they are staying with it.
And I think for the foreseeable future, that is going to be the plan. I mean, their roster can work with it, but it hasn't been easy thus far. You wonder if the offense has simply fallen out of favor due to the up-tempo nature of the modern NBA.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jake Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Horford in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And both these teams certainly chomping at the bit for tonight's game. Chris, this is a big one.
Oh, I love it. 2 conference rivals looking to prove something. I mean, these are the games where you measure yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
about 1 minute into the first quarter.
Excellent vision right there on that assist. Perfect setup.
On offense, here are the Celtics. Johnson with a screen on Rose. Outside Thomas. Crowder sets a screen for Thomas. 4 on the shot clock. And that one is hammered home.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
Anthony kicks to Rose. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Thomas passes to Horford. Back to Thomas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, man, they found their groove early on, going 3 for 4 from the field.
Rose kicks to Porzingis. Back to Rose. Out to Porzingis. Here's the 3. Rebound Boston. Here's Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Hernan Gomez. Porzingis passes to Rose. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And New York making a change here. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Thomas. And the Celtics with a time-tested template. Stock up on tough defenders, Chris, and find just enough offense to get the job done.
Well, and a scorer like Isaiah Thomas can really move that needle for you. But you're so right. So many talent evaluators, they just get infatuated with scoring. But when you start by looking for defenders, I think you're closer to a winning recipe.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. Ando comes in for Derrick Rose. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Olynyk is checked in for Horford. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Brown is checked in for Crowder. And it's Gerald Green in for Avery Bradley. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Jerebko dishes to Thomas. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Double team on Thomas. Brown kicks to Olynyk. And O'Quinn sends it back. Holiday against Green. Here's Thomas. Rebound by Olynyk. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Offensive rebound. Here's Jerebko. And O'Quinn sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Olynyk, a screen on Randall. Outside Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by Olynyk. That doesn't go either for Thomas. New York's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Thomas passes to Holiday. Deflects the pass. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brown. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Boston, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league. 17
seconds left to play in the first quarter. They grab their own miss. Here's Noah. Misses from short range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
And they have the horses to do it. Once they can let loose out in the open, very difficult to match up with.
Melo and Porzingis, the two stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Rose. And it's Noah in the center filling out the middle. There the group. New York will start the second half. 16. And Coach Brad Stevens, already known for his X's and O's, a great tactician.
Well, let's think about his repertoire. Great plays out of timeouts and at the end of the game. Just as important is the confidence he instills in his young players. He does a great job of putting his players in positions to succeed. What he calls soaring with their strength. You accentuate players' strengths and try to hide their weaknesses.
The call will go against Jerebko. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one thing you've heard over the years about Amir Johnson is that his box score stats may not wow you, but they belie his impact on the court. Coach Brad Stevens said he just knows how to play both ends. He makes easy plays with the ball, and then on the defensive end, he makes everyone better. Indeed, a two-way impact player.
He's a plus-minus standout, D.A. Thank you.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Now here's Porzingis. 6 points for him. Lock at 6. Dishes to Lee. It's stolen by Bradley. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
There's so many guards that can just dazzle you with their ability to handle the ball. And Chris, do you feel right now that you've spotted the best of the best in that regard?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, let's give Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul, guys like that, some credit for their ball handling ability. But in my opinion, it's all about Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry. I mean, when you look at how these guys, not only their ball handling, but how they have the ability to finish the shot after all of that work is what makes them so special. So those two guys for me are something that, man, just crazy to see.
Well, that was well said. Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Derrick Rose. It's good. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Hernan Gomez passes to Lee, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bradley, blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Bradley's got his second basket of the game.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
Well, that's because they're just taking smarter, high-quality shots. Not forcing anything, just letting the game come to them naturally.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Crowder. Offensive rebound. Tries to keep it alive. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's just an outstanding job by the D there to get in his way without fouling and changing the direction of that shot.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. And, you know, it's been a long time coming to be able to say this, but I'm starting to sense some hope and optimism with this Knicks basketball team. I mean, they're in a good spot financially. They're going to have flexibility in terms of filling out that roster. And then you've got a core of young talent that is exciting the fan base in which you can build around.
And the Celtics making a change here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Crowder. Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And for the Knicks and their positive outlook, when New York has a Knicks team that they love, that can capture the hearts of the entire city.
And you have some of the most diehard fans in the world wearing Knicks colors. There's no doubt about it. You can see the team also has improved the ball movement and the team play in the last couple seasons. Knicks are starting to become a team that is exciting to watch, win or lose.
Now here's Smart. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And it's Green missing. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Passes it to Kuzminskis. It's stolen by Green. Johnson dishes to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Kuzminskis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's deflected. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown with it. Now Thomas defending. Johnson at the elbow. To the inside. Here's Olynyk. The second effort. And O'Quinn sends it back. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Celtics lead by 21. Trying to get back on track. And it's laid in by Randall.
Knicks losing. 12-31.
Right side, Green. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Just a quality performance, and, you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
Well, you know, success breeds confidence. You can see it in his body language. He believes in everything he's doing right now.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Olynyk is out there with Johnson. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Smart in at the one. As during your playing days, you were named to the All-NBA team in 2001. Several All-NBA second teams. How much does it really mean to a player? How much did it mean to you to make those lists?
You know, it meant a lot, especially when your career is over, to know that, you know, you were one of the best, especially with the competition that was at the power forward position those years. I mean, could have given it to anyone with Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett. I mean, you just, you know, Rasheed Wallace, you look at those names of power forward just in that conference those years. So, you know, I'm just proud that I, you know, was one of the best at my position and had fun doing it. The biggest thing was something that I've always worked hard for. It was a dream just to make it to the NBA. So anything else is gravy. But I'm definitely proud of those years in the league. You do it all in the name of wanting to win the championship, and you know, I trade all those in for a ring.
Great perspective. I'd say that shot is well within his range. I would hope so. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Bradley passes to Thomas. 6 to shoot. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Thomas. 6 points for Avery Bradley.
Not a lot of resistance. On the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Well, it sure feels like more and more the league is demanded now. More players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. And I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets, the more you kind of make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, you know, add my own little style and flair to it, and do my own thing.
Good point. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you." High praise indeed, fellas.
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, DA. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. And a dunk by Horford.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And here's Rose outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now, you may have expected the Celtics to improve last season, but to secure a top 5 seed, an 8-win improvement over their previous season, now that's very impressive. They set the longest home winning streak since the Larry Bird era.
The 3 from Thomas.
Shocking, he bricked that one. That shot usually is money for him.
Rose kicks to Porzingis. Here's Noah. Unable to get that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. Outer dishes to Bradley. Thomas passes to Horford. The feed to Bradley. Elbow shot is on the way. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. They get Courtney Lee. For Boston, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Now, in 2013, the Celtics began their rebuild in earnest. Right away, they made some great moves hiring Brad Stevens from the college ranks to take over as head coach. And also, a terrific trade with Brooklyn, getting 3 first-round picks and the right to swap picks in exchange for Garnett and Paul Pierce.
Now here's Crowder. He's got 6. And that one dropped.
All I ever did, and look where it got in. Yeah, you been on my mind lately. You still got my number, girl, you need to call me. I feel like they wanna see me learn the hard way, but you know I always handle that one my way. Girl, let me rock your body. Justin Timberlake, and then I hit the highway. I can't trust nobody. cause they never got me. They still out to get me, I don't get it. I cannot be gotten, that's a given. Yeah, give a real a number one. Even though I got like 21. Can I be me, I'm a 101. Schooling your like 101. They been out here trying to slide on me. They been out here telling lies on me. Everybody looking out for themselves, but they still got their eyes on me. See me putting in the hard work now. Mama doesn't have to call work now. I decide when I start work now. Problems hit the gym, they all work out. MVP, 09 all the way to 16. Even next season looking like a breeze. A lot of y'all ain't built for the league. Yeah. Trade you off the team while you in your sleep. Yeah. Y'all show me that nothing's guaranteed. And you don't know what you started. My friend Chase so big that he look like the artist. I can't.
And speaking of interactive, our next Hey Guys Award is for the player who is the best at 2K TV Interactive. Congratulations, Rodrigo, for getting 95% of our trivia questions correct.
I'd like to thank you guys. I love the interviews with NBA players. I love the winning tips too. That's really, really helpful. I love to get to see.
I'm Leftis Slananglu, I'm a software engineer, and I'm part of the closely knit features group that works on My League and My Team. So if you're a Pistons fan like me, or if your team did equally bad last season, I highly recommend you try the start from off-season mode in My League. What that allows you to do is turn back the clock, redo the draft lottery, the draft free agency, and in general try to make better moves than your GM did last summer, allowing you to build a good team and do much better than what happened actually to your team this past year. On the other hand, if you feel like the whole league has been getting stale, new to 2K17, you can now add expansion teams. Start from the top of the season, start from the off season. You can add 6 more teams up to a total of 36 teams, and your new team will come in, pick players from other teams that will strive to protect their biggest stars, and then try to make a real dent in the NBA. Now, if you're more of a fantasy kind of person, thinking, what if Shaq went up against Karl Anthony Towns? What I suggest is that you do a fantasy draft. Go into My League, pick fantasy draft, and then select the player pool. We allow you to mix NBA players, classic players, EuroLeague players, and create a big fantasy draft that will allow you to pick players from various parts of the world to create one of the most interesting leagues yet. And if, unlike me, you have friends, why not try My League Online? A multi-season experience where rookies come in, players grow and retire, run the league however you want. So invite up to 29 of your friends and compete for the ultimate prize, the NBA Championship.
Can you share anything about 2K18?
Feedback and ideas stream in from all over the community throughout the year, and I think especially in the last few years with My League and My GM, we have proven just how much of that feedback can be incorporated into the game. From minor tweaks to major features like expansion teams, we do everything we can to bring in your ideas into the modes. And for 2K18, I can't wait to see what you guys think of what we have in store for you.
I'm Robbie and I love My Team. My Team is a mode where you create your best lineup using cards that you collect during the season. I think My Team is the best mode in the game because I have full control.
Trust nobody. They still out to get me cause they never got me. Dropped out of school, now we done rich. This sound like some 4301. All my wanna do is pop style. Turn my birthday into a lifestyle.
Thank you.